The Nintendo Switch will receive a Pro model 2 years before the launch of the next Nintendo system, and the outcome of it will be very similar to the new Nintendo 3DS systems, where it'll put out a slight boost in specs and a very small number of exclusives will be made for it. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 will be released in a dual value pack for the next generation Nintendo system, and it'll cost $60 and be a limited time release similar to Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Nintendo will do cross-generation releases for some of their smaller and more simple games for both the Nintendo Switch and their next-gen system for 1 year. After that, they will start to release all of their games exclusively on their next-gen system. Super Mario Odyssey 2 will release during the late end of the Nintendo Switch's life. A Game Boy Classic Edition will be released with 20 games pre-installed, a colored LCD display that allows you to change between the original Game Boy's gray and green color palette and the Game Boy Color's color palette, and will be released at a price of $100. Nintendo will add Game Boy/Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo Switch Online service and will be the final systems offered in their classic games collection for the service. The Illumination Super Mario movie will do well enough in the box office to receive a theatrical sequel. The Nintendo Switch will not receive an original Donkey Kong Country game. The new Super Mario Bros. Series will be back. Just you wait, it'll be back. Nintendo will release a pink variant of the Joy-Cons and will be more of a pastel pink rather than the neon pink that they already offer. Around the same time Breath of the Wild 2 releases, Nintendo will add Breath of the Wild 1's expansion pass to the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack service. The online services for both Wii U and 3DS will shut down in 2025. The Nintendo Switch's online service will shut down in 2035. Pac-Man 99 will be removed from the Nintendo Switch Online service sometime in the future before the service's closure. The next Nintendo system will offer free online for the first year of the system's release. After that, you are required to pay an online subscription to keep playing your games online. The next Kid Icarus game will be a sequel to Kid Icarus Uprising and not a remake. Geno will not be playable in the next Smash Bros. Game. Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road will be added to Mario Kart 8's Booster Course DLC. Nintendogs will return, and with the addition of hamsters as a choice of pets alongside the cats from Nintendogs Plus Cats. The Nintendo Switch will receive one more Mario Party game, and it will not be as good as the other two Mario Party games before it. The next Nintendo system will feature a microphone on its controllers. The next Nintendo system will also be backwards compatible with Nintendo Switch games. Mario Kart 9 will have a track that will be based on New Donk City from Super Mario Odyssey. Pauline will be a playable character in Mario Kart 9. Pink Gold Peach will not return in Mario Kart 9. The next Nintendo system will allow you to message with friends. Splatoon 4 will be released during the first year of the next generation Nintendo system's release. The next Mario Golf game will feature more offline and online modes, more characters, and generally be a bigger improvement from Mario Golf Super Rush, but it'll not sell as well as that game. We will not see a new Punch-Out game in 10 years. Mario Kart 9 will feature a costume shop where you'll be able to purchase costumes for the characters with the coins you collect from the races. Nintendo will utilize the right Joy-Con's IR motion camera for one more Switch game in the future. Afterwards, they will not use it again. Mario & Luigi will make a return on the next generation Nintendo system. The next Paper Mario game will not be a turn-based RPG or will not be a platformer similar to Super Paper Mario, but will be something different altogether. The Nintendo Switch will sell more units than the Sony PlayStation 2, which will make it the best-selling gaming system of all time, and the gaming community's reaction to it will not be positive. Nintendo will release a red variant of the Nintendo Switch Lite. Themes will be added on Nintendo Switch, but Nintendo will first start by offering basic color options that will be pre-installed on the system for free. More interesting themes will have to be purchased on the eShop, and some will be bundled as digital pre-order bonuses for some of their games. Nintendo will make 2 more mobile games before they will stop making them altogether. Super Mario Run servers will shut down in 2025. The next Nintendo system will come out in 2026. The next Nintendo system will still use cartridges as its physical game format, but will have a slightly different design from the Nintendo Switch's cartridges, similar to the 3DS's and DS's cartridges. Nintendo will offer their game soundtracks digitally and will release them exclusively on My Nintendo. The next Nintendo system will allow you to create and search friends with an online ID instead of friend codes, similar to Nintendo Network. Fluidity will get a sequel on the next generation Nintendo system. The Nintendo Switch will receive a Nintendo Selects lineup, and the games that will release under this lineup will include Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and 1-2 Switch. The next Nintendo system will have Amiibo support, but the next system after that will not have Amiibo support. Mario Kart 9 will not be a crossover racing game between all of Nintendo's IPs. Kirby Air Ride will get a sequel on the next Nintendo system. Nintendo will release an app that allows you to catch up with the latest Nintendo news, make eShop purchases, and also do general system information such as showing you how many hours you played in a certain game or just view your friends list. And this app will simply be called the Nintendo app. Tomodachi Life will get a sequel on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo's next-gen system will be a hybrid between a handheld and a home system like the Nintendo Switch, but their next system after that will be an all-handheld system. Xenoblade Chronicles X will come to the Nintendo Switch at some point. The next Super Smash Bros. Game will have 3D models in the character select screen to display each character rather than images. A new Star Fox game will be released on the next generation Nintendo system. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door will be re-released on the next gen Nintendo system. Overwatch for the Nintendo Switch will have its online features discontinued before any of the other versions of Overwatch. Splatoon 2's online services will have its online features discontinued before the closure of Nintendo Switch Online. After a few years of the next Nintendo system's release, Nintendo will release a light version of that system that'll be digital only and will of course be cheaper than the standard version of that system. The wireless retro controllers that Nintendo is currently offering to Nintendo Switch Online members will become an expensive collector's item in the future. Nintendo's first native 4K game will be a 3D Mario game. Around the late end of the Nintendo Switch's life, Nintendo will re-release their Game & Watch titles digitally on the eShop, and they will be separated into volumes and cost around $10 to $20 each. None of the DLC characters from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will return in the next Smash Bros. Game. We will have one more Kirby game released on the Switch, and it'll be deemed by fans as the best Kirby game on the system. The next gen Nintendo system will have an Animal Crossing game released during its second year. A Rhythm Heaven game will be released on the Nintendo Switch. We will see a new Pilotwings game released not on the Switch and not on the next system, but the next system after that. Piranha Plant will be a playable character in Mario Kart 9. 1-2-Switch will randomly get a sequel around the late end of the Switch's life. A year before the release of the next generation Nintendo system, Netflix will arrive on the Nintendo Switch. An HD port of Super Mario 3D Land will release on the next generation Nintendo system. Nintendo will lower the price of all of their Nintendo Switch models by $50 when the next generation Nintendo system releases. The first Super Smash Bros. Fighter Pass will be made available to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members in 2023. Shintaro Furukawa will resign and step down from president in 2036. By the time production of the system ends, the Nintendo Switch will sell a total of around 171 million units. Mother 3 will not be localized for the Nintendo Switch.